So we're going to bring this up because we don't know what tomorrow brings. There's been incredible developments as far as the Hollywood WGA strike. For the past few days, the heads of the big studios have been meeting with the union organizers, and they feel like they're close to a deal. None of this is public as far as what they're actually coming to the table with. But there is incredible progress that's been reported all around. And we honestly don't know if this is going to end. We're talking specifically, though, about the writers' strike. Now, the SAG-AFTRA strike, they struck in solidarity, but the only reports that have been coming out in the last like 24 hours that have really been like dominating the entertainment landscape have been the writers, specifically the writers. Who, guys, did you know it's been over 120 something days? Can you believe that shit, Cha? Like, there's been no one has written for studio projects in like literally like over 4.5 months.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I'm really curious what comes out of this. You know what I mean? Like what the terms are. Because I'm really curious to see if they would count this as a success or a failure, just like we talked about a few weeks ago. Because I don't know, man. This is either going to be very beneficial to them or they're just never going to fucking try this again because it was a failure. But we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, this is a breaking now. Obviously, B-Show, like, they're not talking right now. They're not having but they had talks today with the four major studios, the head of the four biggest of the big B-Show, like the five families.
Yeah, man. I was reading that they were prepared to go into the night last night. So who knows what they're talking about? And then I heard Guillermo del Toro is going to sue because of use of, or they're going to sue ChatGPT or something like that for plagiarism.
Yes, including George R. Martin, a whole bunch of people. They're all getting together to sue because of ChatGPT. So we don't know what the fuck is going to happen with that too. It's just incredible how all this is happening. On the shortly after we launch an entertainment exclusive podcast, huh, Sean?
Yeah, I think what's more incredible is how fast artificial intelligence is taking over and kind of being incorporated into everything now and every conversation. I feel like, especially the creative world. I mean, Hollywood. I think which movie did they just announce that the reboot is just going to be done by AI?
Oh, I don't even know.
Let me go through my messages.
Whatever it is, it might have launched the.
Oh, It was Brightburn.
Brightburn 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one's gonna be
Brightburn is great. Have you seen it, Shot? It's fucking fantastic.
No, I've never seen it. I heard it's like a devilish version of a Superman or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's hard, dude. Right, B-Show? You liked it, didn't you?
I never saw Brightburn.
Oh, guys, you got it. I'm telling you, it is hard as fuck. It's like if Superman. It's really like if Superman. It's an R-rated movie, but it's like if Superman came here as a child and just decided I need to kill everyone here. By the end of it. like the kid is evil. He hurts other children. He's murderous. I am not dude. The ending is fantastic. It is like there's a credit scene. James Gunn produces it. You guys really, really got to check it out. Slave Cheeks. What's up to Slave Cheeks? But yeah, they're going to do a sequel. I'm surprised they didn't have that sooner. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this again, whatchamacallit? Cleric of Chaos brought this up. It seems like one side is caving. I don't see the studios caving. I don't know about you two, but I don't feel like it's going to be a big give from the studios. If we have to make a prediction now in case it did end, and we will see details, and obviously if it does end, we will have a huge a conversation about this next week because it's going to dominate the landscape for the most part. Sha, if you had to pick who's going to come, like, do you think they gave in? Honestly, I don't think it's going to be a give and take situation like Cleric said either, too.
Well, I think if one side is giving in, it's definitely going to be the writers giving in. I don't see the studios, man. The studios are too big. These conglomerates are ginormous. They're not giving in to anything. I'm like I said, we'll see. I guess this week, right?
Yeah, it's probably could happen over the weekend. I don't know.
Yeah.
B, what do you think, B? If you had to guess.
I would imagine the studios are going to agree, like in principle, to scale back the AI, to agree to pay people at least for royalties and still digitally scan people.
Well, that's the actors. We're talking about the writers. The writers we're talking about. Remember, there were writers saying they got paid like $400 for feature films.
Yeah. See, like I don't see this thing like not just the UPS, but like the auto industry's on strike right
Yeah,
now.
Ford is on strike as we speak.
And I don't see them having the same leverage because as we're going to talk about in a few minutes, studios are just re-releasing movies that they've released in the past.
Yeah, it's
They're putting
crazy,
up
man.
big numbers.
With
So
no shame, with no shame.
yeah.
Shout out to Chuck. Chuck brings up the Cape in Brightburn. You guys really need to make that. I am telling you, it is a hard balls movie, man. Hard, 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 hard. I wish I would have saw it in theaters. Um, yeah, we'll find out. I mean, look, like I said, we will do a deep dive, but just in case it does end, we wanted to put this in the front of the show because there's a lot of reports saying they're very close, and we honestly don't know what this is going to mean for the SAG-AFTRA strike. Who again, we're striking in solidarity, but these are the people that had the AI demands, the screen, the scanning of the likeness and all that stuff, and the royalties.
Yeah. I can't keep track of all this stuff. So I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's a lose-lose situation in a way because I don't think there's the public, sympathy for the writers and the actors because everyone assumes, it's all these rich people out in a beautiful place. And
Yeah.
yeah. So it's sad that there are a lot of people that are going to get taken advantage of in this, but this always happens. They strike, they come to a deal, someone gets fired or loses their job, or someone always gets fucked on the situation. So the interesting thing though is there's been no details coming out from these
None.
talks, and they've been meeting for like 2
No
days.
leaks. No leaks. Yeah, not a single leak of anything. Like no one has leaked anything. I was talking to my brother Mike, who works in the industry. I can't really talk about his job, but he does work in the industry for one of the major studios. And one of the things I think he brought up was it would be remarkable if they brought people back to fire them, Shah. In other words, if the studios ended the strike and the first thing they do is start firing people.
And honestly, I could see them being petty like that. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's Hollywood, man. I can see the petty shit unwinding. It's going to be unhinged. The next few years, it's going to be unhinged in Hollywood.
Yeah, I definitely think Bisha, I could smell some revenge firing.
Yeah, and not just revenge, although I could see that happening. I used to work with a guy who ran a manufacturing plant, and every time they would strike, he's like, we would tell them, we'll give you more money, but we're going to lay people off. So either everyone makes what they're making, or some of you make more money, we lay the rest of you off. And he said it's numbers because these studio heads aren't going to go, well, we really could give them an extra, $10 million a year collectively. They're going to go, okay, we can afford to give them X and still make a fuck ton of money. And we're going to lose some of them or let some go. So, I mean, it's never a perfect situation. I just hope that they more so than the pay. I hope they're able to stop some of like the Chat GPT AI type of stuff.
Yeah, and that is going to be a set now. If they settle this, the attention could go to the lawsuit for Chat GPT. So who the fuck knows? But it's an interesting circumstance.